right, hail and hello, everyone. As we are ready to begin Wednesday night and our Viking insanity in Isira, the land of great myths and monstrous creatures, where relics of bygone ages and the founding itself of Exandria lie beneath ice and stone. Some of these things powering ancient beings that have made themselves a type of deific creature and is into this world that our heroes, having come from a village hidden away high within the mountains, covered by mist, guarded by the power of an ancient mythic dragon, have been forced out by happenings of prophecy in deals and pacts running afoul, and now having secured passage through the Valley of the Dead, they find themselves with a cataclysmic storm of stallion, Necrostare, behind them, and a mountain in front of them, and forests beside them, as they have been sending messengers and figuring this out. So, from where we left before, Torhilda, you stand within the presence of the 30-foot stallion of storms and lightning, the Necrostare, as some of the negotiations were here and that you wanted to argue for one more.
Great steed. We will do our very best to avoid any more conflict or bloodshed. If we succeed, will you grant us one boon? Will you give us a ride? Pretty please?
Should you succeed and keep to the spirit I ask of you, we will talk about my boon. We will talk about this ride of pony.
Fair enough. Can I pet you just once before I go?
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, you should not give me a horse. 30. One skill. I have one skill. One
Yikes.
skill.
Yikes. Okay. In that case, the Necrostare looks, and the thundering hurricane storms within its eyes turn to soft rain as it lowers its head and allows you to stroke its snout of cloud.
Oh, so sweet. Oh, so soft. Oh my God. Thank you.
Telepathically, and again, Brynja has no accent in other people's minds. She says, "You are exceptional kind, Scott."
Yes. Thank you. I am honored.
Bows its head. And then as the wind blows in, fastly seems to dissipate into the general storm and move up the mountain.
Nala, why are you running? Nala, come back!
Walking, not running.
You're walking away?
Walking away.
Oh, you. I thought you were running away when I last saw. Well, I probably would have caught up to you then by then. Nala, do you want to talk about this?
To be honest, no, not even in the slightest. But it'll go away. It'll go away. It usually goes away.
Well, I am here for you if you need to talk about anything. I just know that that the books you read aren't the only thing with the spine, and I promise you that I will listen to you the best I can.
Yeah, no, that's great. We'll definitely do that. It's just right now we've got more important things going on.
Torhilda, as you take your hand away, you see there are 3 rings of horsehair that seem to be in the shape of lightning bolts on your ring finger. And you may use these as an action, and whenever you do, your speed is doubled for 1d4 rounds. And once they are used, they are gone.
Do I use all 3 at once, or there's 3?
One at a time.
One at a time, and then they dissipate. Got it. Oh my god! I didn't think I was going to get anything.
You got a boon.
Got a little charm. Indeed. All right. Now is walking hurriedly away.
Just eventually sits down and just waits for the, negotiations to finish up.
How far away is this army anyhow? Do I have a chance to sleep? I'm very tired.
Originally, it was 2 days away by spotting, but I don't remember how much time it's been.
Yeah, I think you were meeting them in a place too to get that way. But yes, so this happened during a long rest, but you may get back to it.
So we are long rested, correct?
You're currently long rested, yes.
Nice.
Excellent. I didn't want to say I already pushed the long rest button, but that's very nice.
I'm gonna practice it. I'll take it. Oh shit, it's best.
So do we believe that they will respect our message and meet us at the planned time? We sent them a messenger, right?
We did send the messenger, yes. We believe, we have no reason to believe they will not meet us at the planned time, but we do not know.
I got distracted by the attack horse, but he wasn't associated with them.
Attack horse is a strong word. I think the horse was there whether or not attacking. Certainly found some friends, but yes, we have some negotiation to do with this
Yes.
horse.
Torhilda has an unnatural talent with these wild animals. I don't fully get it, but it works.
I myself am impressed.
So do we see any difference? Like, we had been watching them on the horizon. Do we detect any change in the action of this army? Like, are they moving in force towards us, or do they seem like we see a scout group? Do we have any awareness of what's going on?
So I believe you're not sure if the message would have gotten to them yet, if I remember, based on the way you sent it. So
I know it had like 6 steps and like a magic bird, and I'm kind of confused on that.
Yeah, we sent a magic bird as a message with a couple of words attached to it saying, meet us this place this time. paraphrasing.
I think, yeah, it was written on a parchment
There we go.
because Nala had written it out.
Yeah, so I believe that
Okay.
you expect. So first of all, so we're at the morning at this point, after the long rest. I think first of all, and so as you look out, I would say you wouldn't think the message they even have a chance for the message as of yet. So it is still on its course that has been approaching you. Its direction has always been, since you've seen it, directly towards where your company is.
Well, I mean, we're going to meet them, and you know, when we find out what they do with the bird, we probably have a good idea of their temperament.
A good point. We'll know if they kill the bird, I suppose. And we should make a plan to protect our people and leave them so that only a few of us go to the meeting place and the village stays behind. Was that our plan?
I think so.
Broadly, yes. We do not subject the civilians to combat.
Oh wait, yeah, we were supposed to be heading toward a meeting place. That's what we were doing. It was going to be sort of east of here, and if they were going that direction, that meant they were going to meet us, and if they didn't, we needed to turn around, come back, and prepare for battle.
That seems to my memory. I thought we would be able to tell if they were proceeding in a hostile direction or if they accepted our offer of a treaty. Yes,
Yeah, because we set up the meeting place right over there, and she kind of points to the place we designated.
I have so much difficulty remembering 10 minutes ago. I appreciate your help.
Hey, no problem.
Nala, I think it would be best to avoid a battle if we could. If we do have to go to blows with them, maybe we could have some type of one-to-one fight that wouldn't go to the death, so we could appease.
Yes, we've already agreed not to cause a big battle, yes?
Oh yeah, that's why we're going to try to meet them.
Well, yes, even if they don't meet us, I believe that heading and being ready for battle is...
Oh, no, I
seems
just
like
meant...
we're quitting.
Oh, no, we should be prepared for battle. I didn't say we had to do battle, but you never know what their intentions are. And if they want to fight us, then we should be prepared for the possibility. You know, because violence happens sometimes, you know. People fight, people throw things, people hit each other over the head, all sorts of crazy stuff.
I understand.
Plus, it would be kind of cool.
Did Space Horse tell us anything about them, what their motivations are, or where they're from, or what we have to fear from them? He didn't want us to fight them, so I feel like they're friendly to him, at least in some way.
Are they bringing more horses?
Yeah, can we make anything out from them from watching them at a distance? Do they look like an army or a mixture of civilians? Do we have any sense from scouting them what we think they might be made of?
Give me a perception check.
Oh yeah, I'm killer at those.
Meat. They're made of meat.
That'd be a 2.
And I think as a thing too, right now Nala is in her child form. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are definitely some differences. You probably picked up on personality already.
The terms monkey might apply.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to remember that because that was like towards the end of the session where that was like. So 2, it looks mostly just like a large mass of people. It's hard to discern. I will say, even in this distance, there are banners that would communicate to all of you like the definitive being ready for battle. There are battle standards. It is definitely they've come to be able to fight and fight well.
So, from a distance, counting weapons, do they feel like they're cavalry, pike army? Are they like field people, soldiers with like really shitty plowshares? What?
Sure, you could definitely from this point. You can definitely even with the scores. There are horses. Well, there's at least mounted things. Hard to tell if they're specifically horses, maybe other things. You can tell that there's actually 2 that ride giant elk. As far as weaponry, that's a little bit harder at this distance. I think to entirely figure out.
Any pikes?
Yeah, pikes themselves. There are more longer weapons. Some do have, including pikes and glaives and some other such things.
That helps.
Well, they look friendly.
Their weapons do not look friendly.
Well, it could just be self-defense.
Obviously, it takes a lot of war weaponry to keep wolves away. I'm not saying don't approach. I'm just saying be cautious.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, if we go east for the meeting, I mean, we're technically not approaching. We're, sidestepping to see what they do.
I will keep Ice Storm in back pocket.
Also, after meeting that horse, it got me thinking, where do you think we could find, horses?
Many places. It's an interesting question because there are always stables there. Right? What do you mean?
Well, just for like our people, we could ride and probably save ourselves some time.
No, I have
So,
awkward questions for you. Are you in the right mind? Is there something going on where you are preoccupied with other things? We last spoke. You were much more clinical, much more on the problem, and today you seem preoccupied, perhaps.
No.
You are totally fine. You're clear. Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You look a bit more youthful. Is all. That's all I'm asking.
I was going to say she looks like a child.
Well, okay, yeah, that's sort of something that happens every now and then.
What do you mean happens? There must be a process or reason.
There is, but it's a very, very long story, and I feel like it would take longer than it's going to take that army to get here.
That's fair. As pragmatist and person of the woods, can we rely on you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, as you wish. Well, you may need to be close to Nala, perhaps.
I mean, I can lead. I am what you might call our front line.
Well, I understand that, but if you are small and others are more able to intercept or provide a certain dangerous aspect, that would be helpful for you because you will be the talker, yes.
Well, Torhilda and I will handle it, I'm sure.
Torhilda is not the talker.
excuse
Torhilda's
me?
a great talker.
Well, she's fantastic, but what I'm saying is there are moments where, and Brendan's probably blushing at this point, the words don't quite come out in the way that you intend. It's like the right idea, but it's the wrong order. It's a moment.
Oh, you meant because I'm the Scald.
Right, you are the talk. You are the deliverer of messages. That is your role.
Understood.
Yes, but I am definitely not.
But still, I feel like Torhilda and I, when we tag team,
Mm-hmm.
can't be beat.
All right. Then, as I would say this: anything, because we've been. Anything anybody wants to update via the toolcraft proficiency stuff, since there's time for like a long rest and some time that goes by here that people wanted to make others aware that they're trying to brew or make. There is time here where you're not necessarily occupied.
No, but I will try to see if there's any leftover books on let's see, like maybe like some type of alchemy book or anything like that.
So you're trying to go try to gain proficiency?
Yeah, I'd like to start that process, I guess.
Perfect. Yeah. No, I am totally good.
Yeah.
During the
Tor-
travel, you can mark down 2 days of study.
Okay.
Tor, if she had time to brew any potions or anything, she would try to make something from whatever she gathered along the way or from the giant's garden.
Absolutely.
All right.
I
Let's
feel
see.
like with us missing our cook, Nala might start doing some work on trying to learn how to cook basic things. Starting that process anyway. Right now it tastes like garbage.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's noted. Can note that is going on.
Added it to my books.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and do Torhilda, you would be doing your wisdom proficiency, basically.
Is it wisdom?
Yes.
Because it's a herbalism kit.
Yep.
And I just roll a wisdom check. And add my proficiency?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 15 plus 4 is 19.
Okay, so then what type of thing were you thinking of trying to make with your herbalism?
Probably just a healing potion or whatever seems most logical.
Okay.
Healing potions are always good.
Perfect. In that case, so when they do it, yeah. During the time here, with a 19, you're able to brew 2 greater healing potions.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Or
so she'll walk up to Nala as we're walking along, or go up to Nala and say, Nala,
Yes.
I'd like you to have one of these, just in case.
Oh, is it juice?
No, if you find you're near death, and Layla can't get to you, drink this. Or if anyone else is near death and Layla can't get to them, give it to them.
Got it. So that was a greater?
yes.
Okay.
All right. Very cool. So that's like it with all of that. So, because the other two, you're sort of beginning the process of learning. All good. things. So, in your travels, then, pushing through here, you can see where the footprints of beasts and other creatures here, potentially larger, are immense. Large-sized creatures, not unlike where you've come from, but a bit more wild, as you realize you're just walking through heavily populated type of areas of where these could be. Though you don't see any in your travels thus far. Possibly by the two large groups of people, they might not be quite as keen currently.
Quick perception check to see if there's anything around us in the woods, like anything large and scary, anything even nearby that is just outside of view.
Perception check, yeah.
That gonna be a 13.
13, okay. So I say the 13. The lack of presence here puts you on edge slightly. Because it seems like there should be bigger stuff here, that you're not able to see anything over the course of many, many hours begins to weigh on your mind.
Quietly, Bernie will say, has anyone else thought that there is something missing in the woods? There should be more natural life that is here, much larger natural life than is not currently here. There is something amiss in this moment. Something is gone.
Did you see any tracks or?
Yeah, there has been spoor and trail, yes, but not fresh. Like around us directly, there have obviously been very large animals passing through, but not there. You cannot see or smell or hear them. They are not here right now, which usually means either a bigger predator or they're a reason to be scared.
Or maybe overhunting.
If you see the spoor from last week, but not today, it is unlikely.
Good point.
So what do we think scared them away? It can't be that army because it hasn't got here yet.
Yeah, and we are not so large that they would be very well. We are unlikely to concern them very much.
Maybe our friend scared him.
Oh, the horse spirit, yes. It's possible, yes.
Did they fly this way?
They did not. They went the opposite direction.
Oh. Okay.
Brynja, do you think it might be your patron that you are now allied with? He seemed quite frightening.
I don't think I quite have her, what's the word for this in your language? Smell. I don't think I have her smell yet. I think that will happen at some point, but I don't think I exude death in the same way that she does.
I guess I'd like to organize our scouts that we've been using as we travel and have them keep a perimeter for us and report back if they find anything unusual.
And has our village would not have handed this far if we haven't gone through the craters before.
Right, yeah. This is far outside of your villages.
Yeah, we haven't crossed through here in quite some time, is our understanding.
Generations, perhaps.
It's too bad that Ungacha didn't leave by any body parts. It would have been nice to taste her brain and figure out what she's been thinking about lately. maybe she could have known more about this place.
Explain how that works.
Yes, please do.
Well, it's some magic, and there's a lot of leftover blood and brain, and I don't know. I just think that blood, since it's near those thinking receptors, I'm able to access those type of memories. I'm not too sure how it works, like in a doctor way, but in the spell, it seems to work quite normal.
Azariah, I have known you since the death of your brother, and I do not understand you at all sometimes.
I
Only
think
sometimes?
there's some things that just shouldn't be understood.
Can you
Like
eat
the-
part of a brain of a living creature, or do they have to be expired?
I think if I just have access to an ounce, that's all I need.
Nala walks behind Torhilda at the mention of eating brains.
I'm sorry, Nala. I didn't mean to scare you. It's just, I promise that I've only tried it on ones that are dead. It's to gain knowledge, of course.
Well,
Does
you
it
can
work
stand behind me, Nala. I'm safe. There's no knowledge in my brain.
To be clear, Azariah and I met each other at a very strange time. It was a very violent moment in Azariah's life, and I can't explain why Az does what Az does, but I trust it.
Thank you, Brynja. I appreciate you leading me to this place at all. I've been able to grow here a lot, and I've been able to meet you folk, and you guys are all good people.
I'm fascinated by this, Azariah. Do you know their thoughts of the future, or only the thoughts they've had in the past?
Oh, it's the past. I did it once on that big giant that attacked the village. I was able to see a vision of their plans before the battle, and that woman that was directing them to attack us.
If you eat a bug, would you know a thing? Do trees have brains?
No, I don't think trees have brains, but that would be very smart. They do have to be somewhat intelligent.
Some trees have brains.
What if you ate a mushroom that was connected to the land in a vast network? That's kind of like a brain.
I did eat those types of mushrooms once, and they did surely made me feel connected. But I didn't see any visions of the past mushroom.
Azariah, I have a question. Like, you know how bugs can sometimes make their way into food, right? So if you eat any food, does that mean you suddenly get all these thoughts from all these tiny little insects?
Well, I would have to go through casting the spell while I do it. It's not just instantaneous.
Oh.
I think you should eat more brains. This seems like a great idea.
Well, in some cultures, they're a delicacy.
Yeah, we had some giants on the eastern islands that would eat some brains, but they weren't really nice people.
Sometimes the brains of sea creatures are the tastiest bits.
Well, I don't think I've actually had any brains of the sea creatures. Although my sister, she was more of the fisherman than I. I tended to tend the field, and my brothers would hunt the bigger animals in the field.
What's your sister's name?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What's your sister's name?
Oh, she is, her name, oh, actually I do have that here.
Let me check my notes.
Let me check my note. Hold on. Give me a second.
I wrote down my sister somewhere.
Right.
Yes.
I thought you were a shrimping boat captain.
Yes. Obviously, he's Gargantuan.
Where'd it go?
Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
This is going to keep Azariah occupied for a minute.
I know, right? Oh my god, where'd it go? I like have all my family members down somewhere, and
It was your brother that died when I showed up, right?
a little after, yeah.
Okay.
All of my family members have died for the most part. It's much easier to keep track of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I actually left her name open because just for Matt, just in case anything. But I can give her a name real quick. The only one I actually named was my brother that died. His name was Uriel. I left the names open for Creed.
All the angels.
Yeah. Yes, Jackie.
Why am I going to mom's?
Because it's Wednesday. Sorry, he's my son.
You good?
Well, wait, what were we talking about again?
Her name was Esther.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. No.
You know an Esther?
Please, no.
Okay, I'll do another name if it makes you feel better.
I think it has to be
That
Esther.
is so funny.
I think Strange Connections is perfect.
Her name was Abigail.
Even worse.
She's actually my twin sister.
Oh. Well, maybe we'll get to meet your family someday.
You have a twin? Does she live?
Azariah?
Azariah.
Azariah muted to deal with the rest of life.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Brimia fills in and rattles off. There was a time with as family that it was a little bit difficult. Some difficulty with Uriel particularly, and there was a great beast that attacked, and it happened that I was within a few 100 yards of that moment, and I helped repel the attack and try to save the little farmhouse from the beast, but it was not enough. So, Az and I have been friends for a long time, but by blood and scar, not by other means.
But is his twin living?
Yes, Abigail is alive, and so is my mother and my grandmother, the one that taught me most of what I know in the magical arts past. But it's also the reason in her dying wish is why I left, and to go gain more knowledge.
Oh.
And hopefully end up finding my brother and my father if I can. They were both experienced fighters, and would really surprise me if they were captured without killing a whole lot.
But Abigail is not with you.
Yes. With having to take care of the homestead without my brothers and my father's help, the person I loved the most, we end up growing apart, and a lot of tension arose from us as we both couldn't decide what was best for our mother, whose mental was slowly deteriorating due to the loss of her boys and her husband.
I'm so sorry. Here, let me give you this. And she rummages through her pack and she pulls out a charm that's It's fashioned with herbs and leather and silver and a stone, a polished stone that is half a heart. And she hands it to you. Hold this close, and the one who has the other half of your heart will be drawn to you in time.
Oh, that is amazing, Torhilda. I appreciate it. I do miss my sister. We did a lot together, and we were really the ones that would run the house when all the men were away. They always gave me shit because I was always a little boy.
I'm so sorry. I can't imagine not having my sister with me. I hope you and yours are reunited soon.
I hope so. Maybe when I end up finding what really happened to my father and brother, I could go back and give them both a peace of mind. They deserve it. And my sister has been working hard. She's always been a lot stronger than me, and I've been a lot smarter. Yet she's the one I rely on the most.
Well, I'd love to cook you and your sister a meal sometime. Did you like the pancakes I made today?
You know, have you ever...
I had to use things like, I had to use some things from nature to fill in the gaps.
I think you did very well with what you were given. I would say, though, I'm actually a big fan of honey on my pancakes.
Oh, I put some. Well, it was from the trees. I guess it was honey.
I thought honey came from bees.
That's what it was. I get those mixed up.
Yeah, syrups come from trees. My mother used to tap the trees, make syrup. It would piss her off though, because I would never eat it. Things was disgusting to me. But you surely do start to appreciate the things that people did for you, even if you didn't partake or necessarily enjoy it. You start to miss it when their passion for it wanes, and they no longer have that spark in their eye and that crescent smile on their face.
I know what you mean. So, are we ready for our possible rendezvous?
You say possible. I feel like it's inevitable.
Well,
Most definitely.
I meant to have the peaceful one. That if it, yeah.
Yes. That is the preference for sure. And we, again, rely on you to make the pretty much words to deliver that outcome. And if not, we are ready to fight.
Oh yeah. I can be very, very persuasive.
You have been very persuasive. Do not talk like it's past tense.
Just
So during this conversation, you were able to see that a portion, because you also said you weren't going to bring your whole forces to this
Right.
thing. They are given a portion is breaking off to go the direction that you had said,
okay.
while the other forces look like they are still heading forward.
Mhm.
Forward towards our force, or forward in the direction we're
Or
going?
towards your forces, which wouldn't be entirely. But yeah, that's what you see, I guess.
And then roughly what size is their breakaway force, their foreguard? 25, 30, 50, 100?
The size of the breakaway is going to be a group of 30.
30. Okay. That's,
And could we have instructed them while we are making some type of camp per se to stay, to I don't know, possibly cut some trees, make some spikes, things like that, since they had or what I've heard is that they have some type of mounts that would prevent them from just bowling over us.
So if that is represented by one of y'all tools things, we could definitely use something like that.
I don't know all of what everyone did. I know I was
We
reading.
have
but-
carpenters or anything like that.
I do not.
But I got magic in a dream.
I have a lot of caltrops and ball bearings.
In that case, if you're trying to fashion, so what'd you say, Brynja?
I was just saying, like, I can use land vehicles at least to put up a small blockade at most, but it's not very useful. Better for escape.
If we had wood carvers or anything, so we're not necessarily proficient in using our natural environment to make these things as a group. So with that, I would say whoever, I need someone who's not doing something. So basically, it's going to be, I think, Brynja, Layla, or Bermunder to give me a wisdom check on.
I'll take it. Straight whiz.
Yep.
15.
15. Okay. Not the sharpest things, but given enough force, definitely. That would at least cause them to have to cause some problems. So.
Jonathan, now is your time.
All right. Anything else as all this is happening?
The only other thing I'm going to do is try to get a read on the weather for the time of which we're meeting.
Okay. This is this Druidcraft or is this something else?
A Druidcraft.
Okay. In that case, as you are, use that to take your sticks and such. Seems that it's going to be essentially overcast, but no rain.
Okay.
Said Monger.
Right, anything else?
As we move towards the parlay, I would like to use the ability, not the spell, to detect thoughts.
But I know Bormunder had mentioned possibly our scouts checking out the.
Yes, remember as part of the scouting, you're able to see. In addition, you get back a reply that very simply says, "All war councils will meet at your place and declare the force that they are bringing." Which, when you look at it, really comes down to what appears to be 7 chiefs, and then essentially 2 guards for each of them.
So, do you think we should bring a similar force?
They seem to have followed our directions. They seem to be willing to treat with us in an honorable fashion. I think our main group could attend as long as we leave a force to defend the villagers.
Yes, with some guards. I think we should match their force. If possible, we might have a few fewer, but we should try to match them as much as we can. And before we head out, Tor puts a crystal in her left hand where she holds her shield in her left hand, and she just tucks a crystal in there. And but her battle axe is stowed. She's not coming armed, but she does have her shield.
Because you have a large group with you. You have hundreds of people.
Right.
So
we
you wouldn't want to
split
bring
off.
everybody. Yeah.
Right. So our party and a couple of guards for each of us, like they did, maybe. Do we have any townspeople who are guards? If not, we should leave them home anyway. But
We had the 13, didn't we? Like the ones who were kind of hunters.
You had the 15s if you wanted
The
to bring them with
15s, I'm
you.
sorry.
Oh, I wouldn't
I don't
do
think
that.
we need them. We can leave them to protect the village. There are 7 representatives for their group and 6 of us. I think 6 of us are worth 7 of them easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense, yeah.
I was actually I misunderstood. I thought we were talking about the people to leave behind.
Oh, no, but they're bringing 2 guards apiece. Do we have anybody that are guards? Or we don't have those?
Oh, I misunderstood that. So there are 7 of them plus 14 guards?
There's like 30 of them coming,
I see.
I think.
Roughly. So basically, yeah. So 7 and 14. So around 20 and 30. It just was rough what you were getting, but yeah.
I say we don't
Your
we
math's
don't
fine.
need to match them. We don't need to fear. I think our force is sufficient. If it comes to a battle, we have lost already.
True.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Wonder, as battle captain, will you tell us if things go, what is the word, sideways? If it's time to retreat or run or fight?
I would be happy to call for that. I am a cautious person, and I would hope that it will not be necessary. But
Right, but
I
if
think it
things
is
go
always
otherwise,
wise.
you will know, yes?
I think I should, yes.
Hmm.
Perhaps I will bring a few of my scouts just to linger on the outskirts, just in case.
That might be clever.
Make sure we are not approached by others. I feel like whenever we are best prepared, it does not go sideways.
That is the idea, yes, his plan. To be protected, as you say.
Okay. Anything else before you begin?
I'm probably just sitting with Nala playing some music, you know, trying to try my hand at some songs, even though I'm terrible.
As we get close, I'll cast Bless.
I'd like to just chat with Nala for a second. Nala,
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Nala, we had an idea that we might need a champion to represent us in single combat, and I feel like you are our strongest combatant, but I worry now that you have become small that your capacity for that would be reduced. Do you feel confident in your abilities still?
Yeah, actually, I do. I trained under giants, but trust me, it'll be fine.
Many who are small are still powerful. I believe you. If you feel confident, then I feel confident in you.
Good.
Over here working on my lyrics. Today is gonna be a day, gonna fireball the orca too. By now,
just-
Hope is saying ow with his body melting down to stew. I will
Eminem
retrieve
is
that
back.
looted body. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm spamming Bless on Nala. I'm not Bless. Guidance. I'm spamming guidance on Nala.
Okay. I will say, kind of probably doing this
It's amazing.
because it's 10 minutes to get her going. But well, let me put it this way: how are you going to make this? What's your plan to make it palatable to the people to continually do guidance? Because guidance is a touch, so you'd have to be next to her, and if she's there talking, like after every few sentences, you're doing the big thing, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it right before. What is it? It's a verbal and somatic.
Which is easy enough to do if you do it right before. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right.
My question is.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right before, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, cool. So you'll see if you come up.
Okay. You might need some of this, and a little bit of like liquid spills out of the crimson crystal in my staff. This will do you right, and I take a little bit of that liquid and basically Simba her in her forehead to give her a little blood mark, and I blood bond with Nala.
Blood bond.
Yeah, I do. Hold on 1 second while I give you all of these temporary hit points that you're gonna get.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your booties. Your glutes. Ooh! That's pretty good. You got 27 temporary hit points. Oh, wow, is right, sucker. And I can speak to you in my mind. I know where you go. Up to, like, a lot of feet. Unless you're not on the same plane, then I don't know where you are. And also, I can cast spells on you that have the range of self or touch by touching myself. Ha!
By touching yourself.
Shut up!
That's a quotable quote. That's got to go in there. Quotable quotes. There's a channel for that, right?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm just gonna be trying to help Nala as well.
As we draw close to them, I would like to use my divine sense to see if I detect anything out of the ordinary in the undead fiend area, and I'll also cast detect magic as we draw close.
Okay. Got it.
And I'm still going to read service thoughts as we go.
Sure. Cool. So you're having that essentially out there. So as you approach the mound that you had scouted here, it rises above the other bits of land and is dotted with granite rocks and other formations. As you are able to, the 6 of you and the 7 of them are able to sit with the guards staying upon their side, but not getting to the flat part of the mound. More just they're ready, not weapons ready, but they're watching to be sure nothing is to happen. Looking at the group coming up, in the lead is you see a woman here, fiery red hair in what appears to be this violet armor, winged helm on her head, and these long strips of fabric wrapped around her legs that, while you can't see what runes are on there, you can tell brim with runic energy. The 6 others, as you see, seem to be various representatives of the people. You can see what is clearly Tanala, a Goliath, another almost orcish, a goblin is present here, a woman that wears a long brown cloak that masks her features entirely, though she has this gray silver armor that shines out, and another that almost as slightly humanoid-esque, but it's almost like a catfish head in armor.
Whoa.
that is here as well. And they all wear different markings and color to designate of different clans they represent. And they approach, and the six sit except for the red-haired woman. And what is your formation as you go up?
Nala, I think will sit close to the center. Because I assume we have 6 chairs, so she would sit 3 in. And does the woman standing? Does she look? So she looks sort of like a guard of some sort.
She seems to be the one that is going to be speaking.
Oh,
like major clan heads.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. In that case, I guess Nala will stay standing. She will, yeah. So, yeah.
If Nala stays but you're towards the front, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Like with Torhilda. Okay. Azariah will find some stump or stone in this field nearby, that gives him good view of the whole gathering, and he will pull out what is familiar to the most of you as his spell book, and it's actually a forest green leather book, and connected to it is a smaller leather journal type thing, and he pulls that out and flips a page and is getting ready to write as he's taking notes of this gathering.
Wait, do you have 2 books connected to each other?
Yeah, one's my spell book, and then lassoed to it, on the spine is another book that's kind of keychained to it. Yes, I have 2 books next to
You have book nunchucks.
Yeah, library nunchucks. Yeah. Basically.
It should be a
Okay.
Descado binding.
That's okay. That's what I was picturing. Just continue.
Amazing. So then there is tension here, and a bit of fear or apprehension, I should say. And as you've all put various enchantments, you can feel a quiet thrum of similar powers having been worked before the meeting, though none are actively pushing these forward. The woman strides forward halfway into the circle that you've all formed, and takes out a spear from her back that she slams into the ground as there's the sound of thunder. She says, "I stand. I am Astrid, the Defiant. And I represent the 7 clans." She waits.
Nala will step forward. She doesn't have a spear, and none of her weapons have elemental, but she'll take out her... just kind of looking at what she's got. Oh, she has a javelin. That might work for this. So she'll retrieve a javelin and use it as sort of a staff and kind of slam it into the ground. It's not quite as impressive as what Astra did. And she will say, "Warriors and wise ones, gathers, guardians, those who speak for their lands, we greet you. We are the leaders of our clan. We speak not only for ourselves, but for every man, woman, child who places their trust in our strength and unity. I am Nala Stormrider of the Stone Giants.
And what is... She says, and what is your clan? What are your names? What will we call you besides the betrayers of the mountain?
Above table, any suggestions?
And we have, some of us have some names. Whether I'm pressed or not, we'll see. But
What was the town called again? You guys remember? Because
We cannot go by whatever the town, our village was called. I
Because
do
why?
remember that.
because why?
They-
I don't know.
Well, they just it would be Schoofell, and they
Yes.
they just had called us betrayers of the mountain as if they
Right.
knew we were already from there.
Right, but we were from Skillfell for sure.
Yes, we do not say we're from there though.
They seem to already know.
We still don't say it. They
But
think,
why?
but they don't know.
But why?
I think if we're going to be like
Bad.
a little bit on theme here, just as a temporary, I was thinking something like we could call ourselves the Roaming Wolves. In other words, a pact that is it not necessarily has a home, but is moving as one force in a Viking way.
I guess basically, well, since I can speak to Nala in her mind, and I know Brynja can, I
So can
think
Layla.
you should be honest, but they seem to already know maybe where we come from.
They
Just
think
don't
they-
be hostile.
you think they know where we come from. They do not know for sure. We should not say that we are from or where we are from.
Okay.
If
Where
they
else could we possibly be from?
We came.
There's
down
nowhere
the,
else
someplace
between
else,
here and there.
We came down the mountain from the Deadlands.
someplace else. It doesn't matter. We're just supposed to be from someplace else.
Bug. Bug. No.
Maybe we are seekers of horizon
This
seekers.
is the longest pause ever.
No,
Awkward
we
fable.
don't have to commit to anything. I was just
I know.
And I'm just saying that was one of the things that I remember from early on when we left was that we should not be telling people
Right.
where we're from.
Who told us that?
The DM. I know
Going
that.
to the
I don't
Deadlands-
remember who the DM was playing at the moment.
Going to the Deadlands, that makes sense completely. Because we were the Forbidden Ones, and now we're past that.
I'm going to say it sounds like everyone is giving their input, and since Nala's talking, maybe we let Nala
Yeah.
figure out the thing. Because
So
like Jack, he's
we've-
heard from everybody, and now
Yeah.
he's going to do a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, now is hearing a whole bunch of people invade their mind, saying that
You have guidance, Nala, and I'm just kind of there trying to making eye contact with the red woman and just trying to back up Nala and trying to help Nala.
And I think with the idea that obviously you could do a thing to change the name later.
Yeah, I think
For now,
with
it is.
that on theme, she's not going to commit to a name. Here's how she'll phrase
Okay.
it. We do not betray mountains. We are nomadic blades. We are the roaming thunder. We are those who seek and those who were forsaken. We are a shield, and we are a blade. Our clan is our home and our family.
Tor just does one of these, boop, just like acknowledging, trying to sell it.
Layla's gonna kind of have been in the back this time, and she is just basically keeping an eye to see if they're buying what we're selling.
Okay.
Air quotes on the selling, because we're not exactly lying, but we're not.
Sure. I think it might be
100%
becoming a little more. I think right now, we thought things are pretty, stable background thought-wise.
Okay.
Because everyone's really looking at the two major ones here. And she speaks here. She goes, I represent the Seven. I am from Nineveh. Here is their Siragan, Yashonor, Istakin, Noraser, Valkyrosa, and Torneva.
I hope I don't have to remember those in the course of this conversation. We'll have to go back to rewatch that. Okay.
Don't worry about referencing those for this conversation. Okay.
And I think what Nala will say is we are representatives of one, and each of us speaks, and kind of open up the floor for the others if they want to introduce themselves.
Apparently they do not.
Very well.
I kind of figured it would be front to back here. I was kind of...
Yeah. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. Okay. Since I'm trying to help.
There you go.
All right. Chaos incoming. Chaos warning. I am Svanhilda, daughter of Tola, daughter of Maria, prophetess of Cragsheim. I have foreseen a great meeting of our peoples, that we shall become friends. And I suggest that we both, and I suggest that you do everything in your power to ensure that we become great friends. And I cast suggestion. Surreptitiously, I'm holding my focus in my hand quietly, and it's only a verbal component, which was the words I just spoke.
Suggestion is verbal, right? Yeah. It's verbal only. Suggestion is one of those that is made to kind of be on the down low. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's see if it works or not.
I should have asked before I did something crazy like that.
And what is specifically the suggestion?
That at the leader, that she do everything in her power to ensure that her people and our people become great friends.
Okay.
And I couched it in form of a prophecy.
All
Sorry.
right. So.
See.
I need more wine for this.
Yes.
All right. Let's see what we get here. So, what's the DC? What are we looking at?
Wisdom 17.
Wisdom 17. Okay. She's got a +6 to a wisdom save.
Okay.
So dice roll +1. 50-50-ish.
So roll on the die. It's the 15 plus 6 for 21.
Didn't work.
But she
Mark
still
that
heard
off.
you. Maybe she'll be.
She still heard, yeah. I'll mark it off as used.
Just know that you really, really wanted to be friends with
I
her.
really want to be friends. Really bad, yeah. I prophesied it, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I will speak as well. I declare that I am Bormunder. I am the protector of these people. We have passed through the endless graves. My friends bring peace and offers of friendship, but do not mistake that we bring with us power, and we will not be afraid. And we would prefer to be friends, but we are not to be trifled with. We have passed through the mountains and the endless graves.
Likewise, I am Brenya of the forest on the edge of death.
Bromana, give me an intimidation check, please.
$17.
Okay. Very good. What? Anybody else speaking?
I'll go next. I am Layla, daughter of stars and mistress of dreams. And she just kind of bows her head towards them. That's it.
Azariah just stays in the back, being still writing down like everything that's going on. Eater of brains.
Yeah, speaks.
I'm just a spectator. Keep going.
Very well. We saw you leave your mountain, and you come to our lands, lands we defend and fight and bleed on and for. And we see you bring your people.
Yes. That's why we wanted to meet. We are not seeking anything but to pass through without causing issues to your lands. We have not hunted your lands. We have not grazed your lands. And we have no intention of disturbing your lands. We wish only to pass through on our way. There is no need for bloodshed. As you can possibly tell, the trek to get here from where you say you saw us from was quite tumultuous. We are a very determined people, and we come in respect to you and your clans, not as enemies.
So for this, I need deception because there has been gathering and such things upon the lands.
Fair enough.
You have guidance.
No, I don't. You used a concentration spell. So
Can
just-
I use,
Oh, shit.
can I use surface thoughts to help inform Nellis' approach?
Yes, I'll let you throw a help action here.
That's a help then. Manage.
All right. Nice. That is 24.
Yes.
Nice. And I will repeat this time because I think I did this before, but I do have an encounter sheet in front of me. I mean, everything everybody does goes to the general success of the encounter. So
right.
I do want to encourage everyone to do things, even if it seems kind of weird. So, for instance, Brynja wanted to do the help action, which is totally cool. Brynja could have tried to do something else and rolled and potentially added success as well. So everyone's comfortable playing and trying to do things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be about the conversation. It could be other things you might need to do. So creativity is here. I just want to reiterate that thing. This is certain amount of successes and such things for this entire encounter.
Definitely.
So, all right. She hears you. We are glad to hear of this. This thing is proper. You say pass through. We wish to know at least direction. We would not demand a final destination from you. But as we have our own lands, we would need to know if you are passing through them more. And as much as you say you have not yet, this land is vast. And at some point you will need to take resources from here. So, what is this to be?
I know other people are better at knowing our distance.
Hang on. So, out of character map check. From Skillfell going down the western edge, the first spot is Yalan, right?
Yes.
And then north would be Damon, and then south would be Sionis, probably. Are we even to Yalan yet, or not quite?
No, you're about halfway to Elon. And a few things here is you feel like this is one of these clans is probably from Elon.
Okay. So north of us is river, south of us, southeast is river and sea. Due west is a little bit of desert and then some mountains. If I were guessing where we would go, not being the leader of this particular tribe.
Well,
Yalan
you would know, like, since you've known each other, we've known each other for a bit, that my family has sizable land in the island of Scork. I think it's God, I can't even really see it, but it's the island where Svevkar is in the Morgar Isles, the Morgvar Isles. Should I say?
north, southeast, west.
That'd be north.
Island. That's north of us.
Yeah, it'd be north of Arcadius.
So the Morgvar Isles. So you have lands on those islands. Okay, cool.
That's where my family is from. Yeah.
Would we trust, or would I know that that's the place to look out for you guys?
I know we talked about going east, and east is where we want to go. But if we do want to dive more into the possibility of making friends on the islands, and they are seafaring assholes and giants, but
the Morgvar Isles are giant and giantkin.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of giants there. That's why I have giant blood. It's because my family's from there.
Right. So historically, I guess our theory might be get the fuck out of Dodge, being the mountains. We're either going west or northwest, one of the two. But Yalana is the first place to resupply on this route, so I think, out of character, that probably is what we think is the next stop.
But we also could possibly find a lot of knowledge from the giants, and maybe about the primal being of Gonox and things like that. It is a long trek.
It is a long trek.
We definitely probably wouldn't get back to the mountain in time for sure. So I guess east is what we would probably be saying.
No,
or what do you say?
I mean, we're headed west already.
Are we headed west?
We wouldn't double back and go east.
It's west. I think east kept on getting thrown out. You're going west, and you found a place north to meet.
You're totally right. I have my cardinal directions totally wrong. It's definitely west.
So west towards Yellow, which may be where they came from, but we at least have a sense of like we're headed west towards civilization.
And how far is that? Or like guesstimate, I guess, would be a
4 days, 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, another like 3 days, I think.
We are looking to travel west. You bring up a valid point, which is another reason we wanted to meet. We are happy and open to the idea of trade between our peoples, so that any exchange is done fairly and equitably for you, to show our respects.
There's some murmurs from ground. To respond. You are a town in of yourselves, a clan. We barely make it through winters. How we would trade away our child's lives for you.
I want to get an insight check here.
Mhm.
When she said child's, do I get the sense that she has a child?
Okay. Give me an insight check.
I'm going to use an inspo on this. Let's see if this works. Not great, but 13.
Okay. Yeah, I think on here you're not sure. There's not an indication
All right.
of softness or of a statement of fact.
I myself know this hunger. Being of younger age, we would therefore be open to the idea of bringing you perhaps a more meaningful form of payment, something to help you. Perhaps you have and then I think this is starting to connect in my head as well as Nala's at the same time about why there are so few animals now. Is there anything we can do to help with the supply of food here?
Beasts are hard to hunt. The great things devour them. The great things do not give nourishment when they die.
Where did these great things come from?
They are of the land, always here. And so we cannot have you come into the sea on this valley. That is what you are asking. There's not enough for the clans. We barely have a peace. And another is hungry as you are.
Tell us more about these great things. sort of creatures are they?
And let's do this actually. Give me a group persuasion check right now.
All right. Ooh, I rolled real good.
31.
27.
One skill.
30.
I forgot we've
That's
got
my only
three
thing.
people with super high charisma in here. I was like, ah, shit, I need to just not roll terrible here. It's
I rolled a 19 and got a dirty 20. Yay!
I had a flat roll of 16.
A nat 20? Holy crap.
Jeez. Okay.
So I still did the worst.
That's crazy.
I mean, I rolled a natural 16, so it's not like that's
good,
bad.
yeah.
That
No, it's really good.
would do good.
It's-
Amazing.
It's
Okay.
literally my only skill.
Love this.
Warlocks, man, good for nothing.
Wait, how do you only have one skill?
We both dumped all our points into charisma.
Well, no, but I
Well-
mean, like, skill proficiencies.
Well, what else are you going to
Technically,
do with charisma? My deception's also the same. But
I could do some athletics if that was super useful.
yeah,
It was in our original campaign where we were constantly trying to climb ropes.
If
You mean
you're a
fall.
warlock, what else you going to do?
Religion, you want to hear like some god stories? I got you.
All right.
Okay, so you do
Yeah,
have
and
other
we-
skill proficiencies. You just they're not ones.
They're
that
not
you
They're
use.
not useful at all,
Okay.
right? And I did a manual roll, and it sucked. So I'm mostly negative.
All right. She responds to this and looks at the others, and they kind of nod. They take many shapes. They are what we call the great hunters. So she'll think for a moment. Great flying beasts of the sky. Savage. There are the things that burrow. The things that hide in shadow. The dragons. There are the winged women who demand blood and war. And from that, she will continue to rattle on about 50 other type of things. To give you an idea, they're not like a single category, but in D&D terms, they're naming a lot of like monstrosity type of like wildness that they have to deal with.
Brenda leans forward, eager with every utterance. Just looks more and more curious or hungry.
Of the 50-ish, about how many of them do I think I could identify as specific with like what type of monstrosities they are?
I mean, given
Because like out of game, I'm pretty sure I know a couple of the ones that you described, but
correct, I think like in like I mean, sure, I would say you've all dealt with things like definitely they're mentioning dinosaurs that are
Ooh.
going about, and
Okay.
you all have like name for elemental type things. Everything in all of your experience is always like these things, except amped up and a little bit more dangerous, at least a little bit. Though some things they mentioned, you have no concept of. Some seem very dangerous, even to all of you. Depends on what you're trying to get as far as the person. Certainly, there are mention of trolls. There's mention of great women of the woods, hags, that they have to deal with, and such things.
Do any of them pique a particular interest of Torhilda?
As kind of as they're listing them off, if I can kind of telepathically to everybody give them, as I know them, kind of give them, what I believe them to be,
Sure.
so that everyone can kind of get the same information.
Yeah, and a lot of it's just not to like open up the mods menu or okay class.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, specifically as they are listing all this stuff, and then giving because whenever they talk about the women, they also will give a place and the bent woman of Riverwood, as they describe her, does sound familiar to Torhilda.
I kind of want to do a.
We
wisdom
have to go.
save.
We have to go kill her.
The dinosaurs?
The bent woman of River something.
Riverwood.
Riverwood. The bent woman of Riverwood. That description sounds familiar to Tor.
Well, I'm totally fine with that, but they're dinosaurs.
They're just larger, uglier beasts with some resistance to being killed. It's not that bad.
And so, which direction is this woman? Because Tor's suiting up and getting ready to go. Where?
The river
Where is she?
south.
Why are you fixated? Why are you so focused? What is connection?
Do I definitively recognize that description?
I think probably not. Like I think this is giving you pause to think of it. I don't think you know for sure yet. I think that would probably be more questions that would not necessarily be appropriate for the negotiations currently going forth. That possibly after the negotiations you go and talk to them and maybe get more information.
So, tell us about these dinosaurs.
Oh, the other thing that she ends with is like, and of course, the great beast.
The great beast. Could you describe it and I'll draw it?
I think people laugh. But none of us have. You to look long is to go insane.
Oh.
All I know. They saw. To distract it, my friend heard lightning. They pulled from the sky. And it bounced off their hide and fried them before my eyes.
Oh.
But I did not look. And this is where we compete. They eat our same food. We are the people of the great beasts. Do what we can.
So if we could somehow lower or persuade to leave this area, this great beast, then that would fix your food shortage problem.
We have heard tales of the mountain betrayers. You think you'd be capable of such things?
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I we'd want to, discuss it as a group, as I said, we are one, and each of us has a voice. But given the proper, if you could tell us everything you know about them, if there is other information about them, I think that could help in our discussions of the possibility of helping each other out.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. That one is a 26.
Okay. All right. As it's happening, anything else everybody's doing?
Brynja whispers, not too quietly, "Why do they call us mountain betrayers? We killed the betrayer. We are a different look entirely."
And I kind of just want to get a read on the leader, kind of see if I can figure out which way what she's thinking of us and what the rest of the group is, as best I can.
Yeah, give me insight on her.
Alright.
With advantage, because you've got your thought thing up, right?
I don't have a thought thing. I just
I
have
thought you did.
loyalty.
I do.
Brynja does.
Okay, I'll give you advantage for what Brynja's got getting up there. That'll
All right.
we'll spread that around.
Alright.
Guys, the GM's being generous.
So that is a 26
It
total.
is
then.
scaring me a bit.
I know it's scaring me. He gave me so much stuff. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna die.
26 total.
Okay. Can see the others still seem to be giving her quite a bit of support. So really, it's her mind thoughts you're mostly on. She, starting her, you can see that she seems to, even with her questions and her resistance, not all of it is necessarily what she thinks, but she is being a very good representative of the clans and voicing concerns to make whatever solution is discussed the most palatable, so people feel like their stuff was brought up and heard and discussed. So, but as far as her, I would say the biggest thing you get with the 26 from her is this claim of being able to take out the things. While somewhat believable, she's still looking down on what appears to be a young child talking to her, saying these things, and that she's just, it gives her a pause, and then she kind of looks around. There's this, I get what is being told me, but my eyes are not giving me the evidence of it a little bit. Is probably where she is.
Yeah, Tor's doing her best to back up Nala by looking scary. Like she looks intense. She looks intense on the best of days, but she's full on redheaded, 6 foot tall, runes on her face. Battle axe on her back. So and she's right there by Nala.
She's this one herself, like glows with power, and that these people are very tough and they're having issues.
Right.
So it is I think. But yeah, as you're trying to look at this, go ahead and give me intimidation check.
All right. Not my best skill, but not totally shabby. Let's see. Oh, 22. Okay. Yeah, and she's being totally deferential to Nala. Like, you need to believe that this little thing has power.
I see. So, okay. And in that, you can tell that they are just one of these take into consideration. Anything else?
So Brittany's gonna pull out the 4.5 foot horn of Anascote and just lean on it casually.
Okay.
Sorry. So, Azariah, being someone who's traveled to get here and spent time on obviously a different island with different people who have different customs. Do I know if the problems, I guess, facing the lands, especially the lowlands and the valleys and things like that, has something that's always been terrible for that the tribes are only getting by, or is that something that's more recent?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Sure. Roll. I think it's +9. It's going to be 21 here. Yeah, 21.
All right. So one thing you would know is your homeland from the Morgvar Isles has been the culture there is such that they all seek to be the strongest.
Right.
And so they have been cultivating stronger and stronger things that these would call the great threats, the great beasts, these types of things. And as such, you do know that what they would consider weaker ones, or ones that can't compete as effectively, have fled. There's even been things to move specifically your specific culture. People, at least a force in it you know of, would ship beasts to the mainland and ship monstrosities in such a way to go make people tougher, to weaken the herd, just in the way that they think.
Yeah, I mean, my brother's always made fun of me because I like to read books and not fucking fight them and anything else.
So as far as it being recent, I don't know, like time, but you do know there is like not only just naturally, but there has been like movement by at least certain peoples that you grew up with to make these things stronger and deadlier and to even move them out in this wild land.
I'll just, in Nala's mind, they would just hear, I think I might know where some of these beasties are coming from. My people like to cultivate different beasts for battle. And sometimes they ship them over here to make the mainlander stronger. When they think that people that aren't giant kin are quite weak.
Well, would your people be open to a discourse? I mean, I was partly raised by giants.
Didn't you know that showing your strength, whether it's physically or outwitting another and outlasting your opponent, is most valuable?
Well, sometimes, but I mean, I was taught sort of a different way.
And that's what my people do, at least. It's honestly why we had to keep up with so many farms. They not really weren't for us, but they were to keep the beast alive and grow and let them grow until they get big. That's where we traded a lot of the farm produce to.
It sounds like we could at least possibly open a negotiation to get these animals no longer sent here, but we still have to deal with the ones that are here if we want to help the 8 or the 7 tribes or the 7 clans. I was calling them the 8 clans because I started fantasizing about us joining them, and then we would be the 8th clan.
It would be a fantasy of mine to reunite giants with the more, I guess, the non-giant kin. But tis alas, my grandmother said that was just a fantasy.
Well, I don't think so.
I don't think I'm truly strong enough to prove myself to them, and My brothers wouldn't even listen to me. I don't think that the full-blooded giants would either.
I mean, a lot of giants don't listen to me either, but some of them do.
You'd also be surprised how often dreams will become reality.
What does that mean?
Just that.
So if I dream something, it becomes real?
No, not necessarily. But it can.
That's a terrifying thought, considering what I dreamt last night.
I hope it wasn't one of those scary dreams again. That's could be quite frightening.
Yeah, and I think it's been brought on from all this travel and uncertainty and battle. I mean, I haven't fought this much in a long time.
And your days are not over of thinking and trying to mitigate various crises. Now is the perfect time.
Yeah.
You wish us to get to a healthy place as a people. You should attempt to evoke your best effort.
Are we open to trying to help these people?
Certainly, we could hunt, yes. We could die, but we could hunt.
Did we feel confident enough that I could tell them we would like to discuss it?
What the harm is there in discussing? You die or you don't
Well,
die.
Well, I mean, they might be more willing to tell us everything if they know we're committed to seeing it through. And I feel
you would need some specific bounty, something to take down to make this make sense. If you say, I will kill all the scary things in the woods, no one will believe you. If you say, I will solve this one problem for you, they might.
Okay, I can do that. And she looks at Astrid. Looks up at Astrid. We will solve this one thing for you in exchange for friendship and possible further aiding of one another. Do I get the sense that she's not taking me seriously also? I should have asked that earlier.
I would say there's already been things done to probably wean that away.
Okay, good.
So, but one thing just goes to is ultimately, what do you need?
As much information about.
So I would say she really wants to know what your people need.
Oh, okay.
That's their biggest concern. Is what? So before you would go to this is kind of because she really wants to go to what you guys are going to do. At the end of the day, what has to be given to your people?
Right, and I don't really, as far as our resource management, because it's something we haven't really talked about in the game before or kept track of. But about how are we looking in terms of our food supply and our gear as far as the weather?
You do not have backup supplies. You've been kind of taken from the land. That's why that was one other thing. It was kind of a lie.
Okay.
So I think a lot of us, right, or what at least our original plan was, our people are displaced. They need to stay somewhere temporarily while we go back up the mountain, and keeping them out the harm's way, figuring out how to make it safer there, and probably figure out whose side we're going to choose. Which I already know what side I'm on, at least about the dragon head situation. And if we strike up a new deal with this said deity or dragon or whomever, if we choose the right side, possibly they could help with the Great One situation, and then we can maybe convince the giants to stop being dicks. But these are my dreams.
I'm not sure there is a right side.
All we really know is that they have families they need to feed, same as we do, and for the moment anyway, this could be a good moment for us to forge a meaningful alliance with these clans, especially if they're desperate for aid and we're desperate for aid. It's kind of the perfect scenario for us making this deal now, because it may not be open in the future. Likewise, if we were to leave here and not offer aid, then later on, should we encounter these folks again or one of their clans, it likely would not go very well. I just worry because we are being still pursued, and it helps to have as many people on our side as possible.
Who are we being pursued by?
Are we still being pursued by the big scary thing?
No, we're out of the person's land.
Yeah, we're being pursued by cold, kind of.
No, I mean it's in the village.
So does it sound like what you'd be wanting is a place for the people to stay and hunt and live?
Right, for maybe 3 months while we try to reclaim our lands and make it safer for them to live.
Under the condition that we, make this a livable space again.
And maybe we'll open. We can be open to, since we were always isolated. Maybe we can be open to trade somehow so that the other ones aren't struggling so much, right? And help their situation.
So I would suggest, because you can talk about what's going on, is like let's get the conversation going with that initial ask of what ultimately your need.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Our people have been traveling a long ways. What we seek more than anything right now is a place to make a temporary homestead. Not a permanent one, obviously. But given our own struggles and our own needs in terms of resources, it would be nice to have a place that we can consider a friendly territory. Should you be open to this possibility, then we are certainly open toward helping to make this land what it was and what it can be again.
All right. This would be another persuasion check.
Is my effect expired or is it still in effect?
Would still be up, yeah.
I think there's an inspiration in chat.
Terhilda, you should take this hairbrush and brush my hair while casting guidance.
I will do so.
I just thought of this. Is that cool?
I adjust the ribbon in your hair.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm
with all y'all.
Matt, I don't know.
That's not how guidance works. I love it.
All right. Fair enough. I've got a high modifier. It's okay.
Advantage.
And lucky if I need it.
I'm going to call you Silver Tongue shortly.
Nat 20. That is a natural 20 on the dice. Which I don't think my persuasion's as high as Torhilda's, so that gives me a 31.
Nice.
You're not far off.
All right. She nods. She turns to the 6. If they leave room for more food, can we take a bet? And you see them unsheath their weapons, and they all hold them in various positions. So they're not talking, and you've never seen this type of tribal custom, but it does seem like they're communicating their various opinions through their weapon positions.
Interesting.
We need to do that.
She nods and turns. We need proof of your ability.
Okay.
If there is proof, that you demonstrate before our eyes, then the 7 tribes will give a 7th of their bounty for 3 months, as you have asked. After that, you will be on your own, depending upon what you will be able to have achieved. We will discuss you having a permanent field of lands, if you're able, what that looks like if you prove your abilities in the first place.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. I look at everyone else.
Brenya looks skeptical, like, why do we need them?
Interesting. So they want some form of proof of our strength or capability to handle ourselves individual, like as this small group, a collective.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like there's something they're scared of that we can dispatch for them.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to try 2 things here. As a cartomancer, I am able to use prestidigitation to create illusions that duplicate the effects of like stage magic, I guess. And I can conceal the verbal and somatic components of that spell as ordinary conversation and card handling, like that deal. So what I wanted to do, I guess, is try to start walking over. I close my book. Actually, I keep it open. And I'm like writing down a few more things, and I start to talk a little bit to myself, and like smoke starts to bellow, like under, like around where Nala is. And like using the storm writer like thing, I start to use like create like instantaneous like sensory effects and sounds like thunder and storm and things like that. And then to start it off, I would then cast Crimson Lash, and I would do it on myself, so it doesn't look like necessarily Nala is doing anything, but they then suddenly a coagulated crimson lash comes down their arm and suddenly rise in front of the group in a menacing way, and I step up about 10 feet behind them. The blood that we have within ourselves is stronger than those from Morgvar Islands down to the southern kingdom. We earned our right amongst those mountains. We are the capable.
Her eyes, Asher's eyes go wide as this happens. Idiot! And there's large tremors from the ground. As bursting forth, you see a 40-foot creature as it opens up its mouths, its jaws betray about 60 teeth in 3 or 4 rows. And it glows with black and red energy.
Oh, so cute.
And we will take our break.
Oh, really?
What
Yeah,
did
we
you
get
do,
to-
Ray?
We get to prove ourselves, you guys. We're
Yeah.
not fighting them. We're fighting a little beastie thing. whatever the
Paula.
hell.
I
Yeah.
am mini Nala right now.
I know, I put you as
Okay.
mini Nala.
Uh,
I was listening.
All right, and you can also roll
Whole
initiative.
time.
Break if you so desire.
We were doing so good. We were doing so good.
Why do you think we're doing so bad?
Because you just summoned unnecessary evil.
I did not summon necessary evil.
Yeah. Okay, blood magic, unnecessary. You do you, man. If you end up with lunch, that's on you.
All right. Here we are, and we are back.
I've been waiting for ever.
Have you, the chief? Have you?
I have. Shut up! I got a Tarrasque on my build list.
I have like 5 of them in my back pocket. I'm promising you. I have so many Tarrasques waiting for me. It's amazing. It's like my list of evil angels.
All right, so let's see here. Mike and Jack didn't get the initiative.
Oh, I forgot to roll it. That's why.
It's also +4 to anybody close to me.
Is that everybody or just anybody?
Ow, ow, ow.
I think that would be the group.
Okay. So
Right here.
I'm 13.
You sound so much older.
Right?
Yeah,
It's the dragon voice.
deceiving, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, I'm updating the initiative since everyone was pretty much right there. So Layla's at 13. Okay. There we go. So Azariah and Torhilda, you went from 4 to 8. Because
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so start this insanity. All right, so bursting from the ground.
Trying to eat our balls.
Very.
Yeah, and what did she yell again before she threw a Pokeball at us?
She didn't throw it.
She called
mean,
you an
Yelled.
idiot.
She said, "You idiot."
Oh, that's what she said?
Yes.
Would
Yeah,
it be
she
wrong
started
if we
using
just
magic.
killed her?
what?
It doesn't solve the thing from the ground problem, though. That's the fundamental issue. Is it doesn't solve the
I
attacking.
don't want to get into a war with these 8 clans or 7 clans.
Ormunder, focus. How can I be the smart student?
Or you could prove yourself by killing this thing.
Yeah. The sense is the thing she gave was almost that for some reason this thing got attracted by something Azariah did.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
I wasn't starting a fight, but
Azariah
I guess I was trying to start some stage. I was trying to
Yeah,
be on
something.
stage.
Did something.
I
It's that
fucking-
natural
the-
charisma.
The really sad thing is that Tor was the better student between her and Vormunder.
That's obvious.
Well, and with a 5 intelligence. That's what you're working with.
I'm not even arguing.
It's because you weren't paying attention, my man. You weren't all there. You were just like, I'm gonna go outside, protect some stuff. What's that?
Alright.
We got a duster and stuff.
A what?
Oh no, that's a mace or something.
I'm not a
What?
duster.
Yeah, the purple one in the back there. It's the woman you're talking to.
Okay. Oh, she's cool. Oh, close up on her. I love that paint job. She looks cool.
Peanut butter inside.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Art
cool.
department, you just need to make all my characters from now on.
Oh my god.
That's in the description. You just make-
Did you print her custom and then paint it?
No, she was actually from Gen Con last year.
Oh my gosh.
Cheater.
She was my
Cheater.
speed paint.
Yeah. Well, she-
Jealous.
yeah, that's the one she received and had to paint in like 45 minutes.
Wow. Did you win? You should have won a prize for that one.
No,
No, she was
I
way
should
low
not
with the
have.
rankings.
you should have
People
seen
were
the
good.
winning one.
Like,
It was
very-
Oh my
ridiculous.
gosh.
I just wanted to
Isn't
see if I could do it.
Isn't it Gen Con time again soon?
Yes!
August.
More and
Oh.
kill everyone.
All right, so
I want to
with
go.
Sorry.
a lot of the community is. Brynja, it is your turn.
Now we're just going to talk about Gen Con, right?
Jesus, wait, I'm in front in initiative order? Really? I am?
27, yeah.
Jesus fucking Mary, that's crazy. All right.
For the
Who's in front of
record,
me?
blue are the leaders, green are their soldiers, big ass red worm. Black red.
I guess I should let you know what I just fucking gave you, Nala, that made someone really angry. You have a whip that is you're proficient in, and it is here. It's going to be like a light finesse weapon with reach properties. you're gonna add my spellcasting modifier to unless you want to use your strength or dexterity, so it's gonna be probably +5 either way. You add it to the attack and the damage, and the damage die is equivalent to a d12.
What
And-
animal should I go get, Will?
I'm debating.
And I cast
Okay.
it at 3rd level, so that means that you get when you use the attack action with it, you actually attack twice.
What's the spell?
It's called Crimson Lash. So, and the damage is dealt is necrotic. Each time a creature takes damage from this magic weapon, its maximum hit points are reduced by an amount equal to the damage it took. There you go.
I should hold off a tiny bit. What cast first? So, given the single opponent we have in front of us, right?
Mhm.
And no weird spawnlings, right?
Not currently.
I'm going to burn my 4th level Call Lightning, please.
Oh, nice.
Deck 17 save, and it's well in range.
All right. So deck 17. Let's do this. That is 14.
That's a fail, and it's saber half. The damage is not great. It's just 18 damage.
Okay.
Lightning. Does it seem to respond to lightning?
Yeah, that definitely scars it.
Owie!
All right. Since I'm in spellcasting mode and not beast mode, I have no reasonable bonus action, so I'm done for now. I'll stay put.
Yeah. Then actually, I forgot. Actually, as it came up, it would have gotten just some beginning of round funness, mostly on Azariah here.
Hey.
Okay, so Azariah, as it came up, you now see one of its 3 tongues sticks out and goes
Delicious.
to grab you for a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That is 12 acid damage.
Ooh.
And you are then hurled immediately into its stomach.
Nice. Hello. Hello.
I can't find my stomach.
And
I gotta make a new
Nala.
stomach model.
All right. So Nala will go ahead and use her rage. She is going to infuse the weapon she just got, which will change it from a necrotic weapon to lightning. And she will move toward the creature. And now that she is, she grows full giant size, and she is going to take her 2. Well, actually, no. Yeah, because she has a reckless as well, and now it's a strength weapon. And so again, reckless and
you can choose for it to be strength or dex or my spell casting modifier.
okay, and it's just the strength plus proficiency, right?
Strength plus your proficiency for attack, and then you can add that modifier, my +5 to the attack, the damage as well.
Okay,
And so if you have 2 attacks, you actually attack 4 times.
that's what I'm doing. All right, so I'll use that with I'll use reckless and I'll use great weapon for 4 swings.
Yeah, it's a D12. As your
Ugh.
Cool. I'm just going to use my great axe since it has the same rules. All right, first one is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
All right, so that one is going to do a total of 34 lightning.
and its maximum health is down by that much.
I will swing again. Oh, that one's only a 9.
Oof. Yeah, that
I
could
will-
suck.
Swing again.
Whipping this bad boy.
That's a
Whip it real
nat
good.
20.
Oh yeah.
So that one I'm going to max critical on. So let's see here. That'll be a total of... Let's see. 47 lightning. And then I will use my last attack.
Maximo is down by that much again.
And the final attack is a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
All right. And so that one will do a total of 28 lightning. And I guess Max goes down by that as well.
All right.
And that will be her full turn.
Okay. So at this point, Ashud will shout, mostly directed at you, Nala. Do you kind of seeing what's happening, seeing how much all of you already done? Says, do you wish to take this time now, or do we come to your aid?
Oh, she wants to see if we can prove ourselves right now.
We
She's
are
given
here.
the choice.
Lala's going to say we are here to prove and show you what we can do.
Okay.
She wasn't
So-
creeped out by the child turning into a fucking giant.
Hey, Nala said Nala literally introduced herself as Nala Stormrider of the Stone Giants.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she puts out, so she nods as she puts her hand out, and because of this thing, her and the crew begin to give the whole field and retreat to allow you all to take care of it.
Okay.
But you definitely get that their instinct was to help.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they asked.
This is why you give the barbarian a lash.
Balmunda.
I suppose I should unmute in that case. I am going to start out with my bonus action because those amuse me, and I am going to cast Compelled Duel, which is a Wisdom 17 saving throw.
Okay. That is a 16.
So that means that the creature is compelled to duel with me. It is drawn to me, compelled by my divine demand, and has disadvantage should it attack anyone else. And it must move towards me. And I'm going to go ahead and back up my movement from it. And then I am going to use my action to do 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. My first is a 12.
That bounces off the tide.
And my second is a 22.
That hits.
And I will deliver 10 points of damage, and I will push it 10 feet away from me.
Okay. All right, just back
And,
up 10 feet.
That will conclude my turn.
All right.
Great,
Layla.
great turn.
How's everybody looking right now? Anybody messed up yet?
You can't see me.
Okay, then.
All
He's
good
hanging
here.
out inside his belly. He'll be fine.
yeah,
Oh.
chill.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just go with fuck it. 5th level guiding bolt at it, because why not? 24 to hit. The big red worm thing.
Yeah, just so you all know, if you do this hit, you end compelled duel.
Oh, I was unaware that was the thing that was going on at the moment. Wait, who cast Compel Duel on it?
The paladin.
And in addition, how far is Bermuda from it right now?
Where is Boomer? Boo, 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 boo. Where am I measured?
I don't know how far I started. I backed up my movement of 30 and I
30.
pushed it.
Well,
I
30
backed
and then
up
pushed it
30
10.
and I
Backed up
pushed
30,
it
then did
10.
10. So that's going to end it anyway?
Mm.
Because if you end your turn more than 30 feet away from the target, compelled duel goes away.
Oh, well then I'll maneuver you.
So I just want to check to see if you want to do that any different, because we're still in very early combats.
Yeah.
With these, so just if there's any, and it's all in the spell description, but
Yeah, so I'll stay 30 feet from it.
okay, she makes you back up 20. So when you push it 10, we wanted to get that exact 30. Okay, so that's what you're doing now. And I don't know what you all want to do, but anyone who does if this thing gets damaged by anybody in the party, it's going to lose that. But then again, I don't know what else anybody is doing, so I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay. So not doing an attack on it then.
You could, if the idea is to give it disadvantage right now, you could hold it until the end of its turn, so that it has to have its turn under compelled duel and then gets blasted. That is a way to resolve this type of thing.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay, cool.
So you hold the guiding bolt.
Yes, 5th level. Because why not?
Cool.
Yeah, that will be it.
Nice. Azariah.
Do I feel any creatures in here with me, or am I just in a stomach? I wonder what the diet of this thing is.
I mean, you are blinded and restrained, but
Okay.
I think fooling around, there is what seems to be half a mammoth.
Not a full mammoth, unfortunately. This isn't comfortable, and I didn't want to use this already, and I take off a rune that's going around my neck, Emporia Porta, and I go right back on that stump as I cast Dimension Door, and I'm out on that stump, chilling exactly where I was.
Very
a moment
good.
ago. And then that stone fizzle out. I put it right back onto my shield, and then after that, since that was a bonus action, I will cast, or I will use my held action. Right, I can hold my action for Eldritch Blast next when everyone goes for this turn.
Got it. Torhilda.
Torhilda will manifest Svanhilda. She's going to manifest her. What do I want to do here? That was my bonus action, I think. Actions, bonus actions. It's so very confusing. I think it was a bonus action to bamf her out.
I believe so, yep.
Okay, so I am going to. What do I want to do? I'm going to bamf her out and put her right next to the creature if I can.
Right.
Is there anybody else next to the creature?
No, because they moved it.
Okay.
Yes, she's the only one next to her right now.
Okay. So Svanhilda is not a creature. So, having studied with Bormunder, Tor would know that Svanhilda doesn't negate his spell.
So it would, and the reason is this: mechanically, you attack from their space, is how it's stated mechanically.
Okay.
It's not your summoned thing that actually does the damage. You do it from where they are. That is how Echo-Knight is written.
Ah. In that case, can I just move up to the thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So forget Svan. I'll just move up. Svan's not here. And I'm going to hold an attack with my battle axe.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. So, all right, you being right up there, it is going to go ahead and have one of its tongues come out to you.
All right.
It's at disadvantage. For, just an 18.
Miss.
Nice.
Okay. And then it'll have one go out to Nala. Or a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. So that is 12.
I'm so ready for you to kill this thing from the inside.
12 acid damage, and it swallows you whole as the tongue pulls you in.
Yes!
Speaking of dreams I had last night.
And it is Gargantuan for the purposes.
I can't put my stomach that I made for Ross.
All right. All right. And then it ends its turn. So those that held things.
All right.
So I had a 24 to hit.
Nice. That hits.
I had a 19 for one blast and 12 for the other. I'm guessing not only the 19 hit.
20.
A 19 does hit.
Okay. What is Ultra Flash? D10. Yeah, duh.
So I'll go after.
I just had 9 force.
9 force.
Yeah, so I'll go after Jalen there, and I got 20 damage.
Nice. Very good.
And then the next attack would be at advantage
Oh, actually, hold on. I have
because of Guiding
3
Bolt.
more. Yeah, I have 3 more d8s. So hold.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You did this
Hold
at
on.
5th level. You told us.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I only rolled 5. I then rolled 3 more, on which I got an 8, an 8, and a 7.
Nice.
So another
23.
23. So a total of 43 radiant, and
Nice.
next is going to be at advantage.
Very good. All right. So then Compalto goes down, but the big piece of it has the big magic of it has done, which it incidentally, because I just did it so quick and I was going forward, it did fail a wisdom and it was unable to burrow into the ground because of compelled door.
Oh, snaps.
So it couldn't flee with Nala. So that it was huge what it did against a creature like this. So very good use. And as now the clan leaders were backing up, there is a scream.
Did we
as
miss my
the-
held action?
Oh, sorry. I thought everyone, when I said everyone do your held, I thought it happened. So go
Oh,
ahead.
I didn't. I was looking for dice.
Sorry.
Is there somebody within 5 feet of it?
No, but it is that advantage because of
Yeah.
Guiding Bolt.
Advantage, okay. 9 and 9 is 18 to hit on the first one.
Nice.
And I'm going to put in a Wrathful Smite.
Ooh.
So that is... What does Wrathful Smite do? Something. I add a d6 and it has to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
Okay.
So that's 6 points. I think I get to add something. 6 and 5. 11 points of damage total, and it has to make a wisdom save or it's frightened.
Okay. Due to the superiority of this thing, it is not going to be frightened. It is immune.
Okay. So I make
Look
my
how
second
scared that thing is.
my second attack, 12 total. Probably doesn't hit.
Right.
So that's it.
Cool. And what was this Eldritch Blast or was this swing?
It was battle axe.
Battle axe. Okay, cool. So it works out either way. But so when you're holding a melee attack, or actually most attacks, as a held, you only get one.
One
don't-
action.
You don't
Even-
get the
okay.
two.
Okay, got it.
But you're very cool. But all works out either way. So at this point, there's screams as the hills around you begin to move. And one in particular begins to turn and go towards the group as a large mouth is revealed
No.
within.
Oh, you can't get. There you
There
go.
it is. There's the tongue
Oh.
coming out.
Not my fault. You guys decided to do this on top of it.
What is this? A mimic mountain dog?
Yep.
Oh, great.
That's slow.
Shots aren't
Where do you
good.
get just the tongue? Where do you get that? Did you make it? Do you buy it?
Usually,
It's a mimic.
just the tongue is $50. That's where I get it from.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, gee.
I think we might be talking about two different things.
No, tongue tacos. Lengua? No? Okay.
Yeah, you try to backpedal that.
Oh, geez. Okay, so with this, it got a natural 20 on one of these, so it does 100 damage to one of the guards and just swallows them.
Oh,
Nice!
jeez.
Goodness. He's right. He's getting eaten.
And now we're up to Brynja.
Brynja backs off 30 feet away from the damned tongue. And then deck 17 save. Let's redo the collating.
Okay.
Now you guys know why I wasn't moving it all the way around.
Funny.
Terrible.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a good save for half.
Yeah.
I'm assuming overhead there are no storm conditions, no over.
It's overcast.
Right. Over. Yeah. We'll do that.
We determined that.
So that's 17 over 2 is 8 damage.
All right.
And I'll stay away.
Got it. Then Nala on the inside.
Nom 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 nom.
So you're blinded and restrained.
All right. I'm restrained by the tongue of this thing.
By its stomach muscles.
Stomach muscles, okay. So I'm of two binds here. I'm just curious because I don't know mechanically what I'm allowed to do here, but one of my ideas was to have Nala drop her rage to shrink herself and try to crawl out of this thing. But I don't know if that would actually negate restrained.
Like the bottle or what?
I think both restrained and blind give you disadvantage on attack rolls.
Blind does. Blind definitely does.
Or blind does, yeah. So you're gonna be
Okay, so this is what I would give you. If you did it immediately, I'd give you advantage to get out on an athletics check to get out.
Okay.
That's how I would do that because you'd be doing it so quickly. The stomach hasn't over restrained you, but if you don't get out, it'll re-restrain you.
restrained does
Fair
also
enough.
give you disadvantage, and attack rolls against the restrained creature have advantage.
Yeah. I'm going to try it just because I think that's more
Okay.
interesting.
Cool. Yeah, so you do that, bring the restrained, and then blinded only gives you disadvantage on things that rely on sight, and this wouldn't. You're just going out, so you would have a straight advantage on this.
Awesome. And that's on athletics.
Yes.
All right. Then I will attempt to do that. Oh, that's not great. Oh, could I have rolled? Oh, wait, I do have lucky though. I'm going to burn a use of lucky on this.
So you take one of the die and reroll it.
I'm going to need to. Okay. I rolled the same thing. All right. So that is a total of 13.
Oh, it's it's faster than you expect as it comes in and restrains you.
So now I'm tiny and I'm restrained.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Well, Mundar.
I struggle with unmuting. It's not my thing. So I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Wilting Smite, and blood seeps from my hands all over my staff, and my staff is just drenched in blood. And I charge forward to this thing, and hopefully draw within melee because I was 30 feet, and I smack him with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
That's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
There we
Okay, so a lot of things are going to happen. So I'll start with the regular damage, I guess, which is just 7 points of damage. And then I get 2d10 of damage from the smite, from that. And basically he gets suffused in this blackened spores that came from the blood, and they do 9 points of necrotic damage. And then I am going to also expend a spell slot to do Divine Smite.
Nice.
I assume he is not undead or anything else of the sort.
Nope.
So the Divine Smite, I think, are D8s. I haven't been a paladin in forever. So that's
Sounds
2d8s. And so that's an additional 8 points of radiant damage.
Very good. All right. Anything else?
I fear not. That will end it.
All right. Layla.
So we've got people swallowed, correct?
Yeah, one person swallowed right now.
Okay. Nothing we're doing is really making it spit them up, huh?
No, external damage doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
Okay then. I'm gonna use a 4th and a 1st level spell slot to do another 5th level guiding bolt. Because upcaster.
Ooh, nice.
So let's see here. It's a 19 on the dice, so 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And 8. Alright, so got 10. 20, 28, 31.
Oh, very nice. Huge explosion on its side.
Yeah, I guess that's. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that'll be it. Because spell.
All right. It's glowing, giving it advantage. Azariah. Jilin.
I did it! I did it again! So as I am chilling on the stump where I once was, I pull out a book that I was reading earlier titled The Alchemist's Apprentice. And I start to read the book and I'm like, and suddenly I start to say a few words and my fingers start to move and 10 pebbles, I guess they're more like palm-sized stone, start to glow in a ruby red radiance, and they start to whirl around this creature and try to attack in its tongues and its head area, trying to pierce it through.
Nice.
As I cast animate objects.
Okay, so one of them get advantage.
Nice. All right.
So I'll let you know, since I know you got a lot of attack rolls here, that is AC 16.
Okay.
As these objects fly, can ripping
Okay.
apart. Sure.
You said 18, or you said 18 or 16? I'm sorry.
16.
16. I think it's a plus. What is it? Plus 8 to hit. All right, that's boom, boom. Oh, and I get 1 advantage. Okay, that is going to make it. No 20s. That's going to be 1. 5, 6, 7. 8 hits.
8 hits.
Yep. All right. Times 8. All right. So that damage is going to be base damage of 32. And then you're going to add 23 more as these stones are going through, hitting this thing, striking it, swirling around, being irritated.
It is bloodied.
And I am reading, and I'm still reading my book far away on my little thump there still until I have to do something to save someone's life.
Got it. Torhilda.
Ah, wizards are so money. So, Nala went in, and as far as Tor can see, Nala has not come out. Is that correct?
Correct.
So, she's a bearer of very little brain. So Tor's going to jump onto the mouth of this thing and look in there. Nala, you in there? What does she see?
Love this.
I would say, like, really, you see blackness, but if Nala wants to yell, we could do a muffled response.
I'm okay.
All right. So I'm going to manifest Svan as far into this thing as I can see. Boom.
All right. So I think in there is mine. So you're only about 5 feet here, looking down in there.
I am here for this.
That's how far you can see.
Svan's in there as far as she can get.
Speaking of quotables.
Choke on it, baby.
Speaking of quotables.
Yeah. So, if I can manifest her in there, she's gonna start with the battle axe. I assume
I understand what's happening now. Cool. So you put it in there, then from. Okay, this is very interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna try to damage from the inside.
This would be a disadvantage.
but Nala's next to her. I have pack tactics.
I'll give you a flat. I'll give it.
A
You
flat.
push him down. She's
I have pack
there.
tactics.
Nala's
I fucking
trying to
love
fight.
this
It's like,
shit.
get up.
As long as she's within 5 feet of an ally,
Yeah, let's do it.
pack tactics.
Pack
If
All
I
right.
sing, you know where I am, right? So can I just
Pack
sing?
tactics. All right, straight. 18 and 9 is 27.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, a D10 plus 5. A 1 and a 5 is 6 points of damage.
Okay, so 6 points.
Okay, again. Oh, 11 was a 2 and a 9. 11, not enough. Unleash Incarnation for a third attack.
Nice.
17 and 9 is probably enough.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to pick a different die. Come on, dealer, no whammies.
Mhm.
2 and 5, 7 points of damage.
Okay, so there's been 13 damage so far. Yep.
Action Surge.
Okay.
3 more. 8 and 9 is 17. Is that enough?
That hits.
Yay! Okay, I need a different D10. You are in jail. Where's my other D10? I don't have. Okay, all my D10s are betraying me. All right, it's time for the metal die. Metal die. Okay, come on, baby. There we go. 9 and 5 is 14
For damage.
damage.
Okay,
So that's
27.
one, two more left. 7 and 9 is 16 to hit.
That hits.
Does that hit? Okay. Okay, come on, dealer, no whammies. 10 and 5 is 15.
Nice.
Okay, one more.
You got this.
17 and 9, 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Keep that D10. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's my rose gold, which is Spawn's rose gold.
Ooh.
And I've had to switch to the metal die Chelsea gave me because all my other dice have betrayed me. My dice jail is not big enough. I need a dice penitentiary right now.
You need to privatize your dice jails.
8. Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
8. Okay, there's an 8 and a 5 is 13. I think, if my math is correct.
13 damage. Yep.
Don't judge. Yeah, I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
An
Very-
8, a 9, and a 10 on your D10. That was solid.
I know, this is the one Chelsea gave me. I'm keeping it. It's coming out. It's not thematic because it's purple, but it's rolling good for me.
Okay.
The rose gold is doing good. The amethyst is sucking.
Alrighty. So it's got to succeed on a con save of 21 or regurgitate.
Mm.
Damage
Nice.
dealt, and that is a 15.
Nice.
Oh,
So
spit it out. Out of
Both-
your mouth. Out
both
of your
the
mouth.
echo-
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
Echo
dog.
Hilda and Nala here are put out onto the ground prone.
I can just imagine like all wet and slimy. She's like
Yeah.
thrown into your face.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of blood because you're just whacking this thing with internal damage.
This is me every other day in the house. What are you eating? Drop it.
All right. Okay, so in that case, at the end of our hero's turn, it's going to use one of its villain actions.
Oh no.
So
Villains?
art department, what it wants to do is open up a 20
What's
foot wide, 100 foot long, 40 foot deep fissure in the
Oh, we're
ground.
fucked. Oh, we're all fucked.
From
I was back by the stump. I don't know how far that was. But
I
it
am
was
right
far.
there. What's a villain action as opposed to a layer action? A villain action?
So it's a little different. So
It doesn't
legendary actions are things that happen basically every typically 3 times a round. a villain action is more powerful, but it can only happen once a round.
Oh, okay. Who
And
knew?
so,
I don't know.
So instead of legendary, it gets villain, which just means it's usually more dramatic, and it makes things go
Ah.
faster instead of me getting 5 actions of it.
Oh, fun. Okay,
So
yeah, no,
it's one
I was
big
just curious, and this is why I paint all our minis for our battles because I have no idea what anything is. I have no clue. They don't look like what they're supposed to look like, but I don't know what they are.
You said 100 feet.
100 feet long, 20 foot wide, 40 foot deep.
Does it want to go
Either the camera's focus has failed or I'm drunk.
Both of those things can be true.
It looks pretty focused in the foreground there for me.
You went to the place across the street and got that rum drink, didn't you?
I
Yeah,
did,
it's
I
actually
did.
focused, I think.
I'm
Honestly.
jealous.
Is it going for max damage?
It wants to get as many people as it can. Well, as many of these people beating it up. the party.
Oh, okay.
It wants to get the party.
We're all
They
in
don't
there.
get-
Me and Spawn and Jackie, and
How far
we're
is
all
that
in there.
stump away?
Yeah, how? Because I wanted to get the
It
stump
was
was far
not
enough.
100 foot away.
Yeah, I just don't because like I said, I wanted to be far enough where I could see over where everything was happening. I was saying like 60 feet to 80 feet, so I mean that's within 100.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, I would say that. You'd probably within 6 to 80. You just couldn't be 100 with that stuff.
Yeah, because 120 is what anime objects is. So
Is it centered on them? So
It doesn't
50
have to be
on
centered, it just has to originate from them.
Okay, then everybody's in the hole.
Okay.
Now, had you said it was 50 and 50, Ryan would have been fine. But all your asses are in the hole.
Okay, so beneath you, this fissure, so it takes its body, throws it on the ground as it parts the earth. And I need dexterity saving throws.
If
My
I'm
guys, that was
prone,
there to do with the mimic.
what does that mean?
Prone does not affect dex saves.
Okay.
Is there still inspiration or not?
In that case, I already have advantage on mine because I can.
It looks like there would be inspirations left.
I'll still one. I'll still one.
And
21.
+5 to anyone close enough to me.
Well,
So then I have a 12 if I got a 7 for a 12 if I'm close to you. I don't know how close you were to the creature. And
I was
don't know
right
how to
next to it.
Okay, me too. So 12, which probably fails. I don't know how to resolve that for Spawn Hilda. She's immune to all conditions.
Yeah,
she
so
floats. She's just floating.
Yeah, you wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, so she's just wherever she was. She was inside the creature, and then she
I'll
passed
use-
through it, I guess. Okay, so she's out. That's helpful.
Okay,
That's helpful
so
if she's out.
anyone else get lower than a 19?
I did. Well, unless I'm close to,
You are.
You'd be close to Bromund.
then I got exactly a 19.
Okay, so you saved.
Yeah, I got less than a 19.
You got less 19. Okay,
I'm 22.
so then this is going to be Torhilda, and it's
What
going to
just
be
happened?
Azariah. I have no idea what just happened.
The camera got small. Oh,
Yeah.
We got swallowed by the creature.
I'm loving the
Okay.
I'm loving the art right now. Like I love how you working with the terrain.
Okay, so
It's
for the
super
two of them, that's going to be 16 bludgeoning damage, and they're prone. The bludgeoning comes from falling the feet.
16.
No.
Okay.
Those who succeeded actually were able to run out of the area, and so they are not in the pit at all.
Even if I'm prone?
Okay.
You were
Correct.
crawled. You crawled. You hung
You
on to a
crawled out.
root. Do you want to fall down?
Okay.
So,
All right.
Yeah, but I think that is the visual. Some of you running, Nala just like maybe rolls her body really hard.
Just roll.
so who failed?
The
All right,
who
I
care
saved my
are
con
Azariah
save.
and Tarhilda.
Hey DM, is this count as an attack? Can I intercept it?
It is not an attack, unfortunately.
Okay.
An attack would be anything where they'd have to make a d20 roll to hit.
That's what I figured.
This man is terraforming.
Okay. Cool. So that was it's filling. Now it gets its actual turn. So
Great.
Better
all right. So we got to see the new reality up in here.
Oh boy.
It was my turn once.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So Bormoon is up there. A tongue's gonna go to them.
I didn't like tumble closer. I'm guessing I'm still like 60 feet away or something like
trying
that.
to put you in
I just want to make sure visually so I know what I need to do.
Here, I'll put you all the way over here, okay? So you
No
can't
problem.
even see yourself.
Yeah, I don't even want to see myself.
We'll
I'm
go
disgusted.
there.
I'm disgusted.
All right. So remember that is 18 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And then
Nope, stand them up. Drink the hit.
let's see here. One's going to Nala. This is
And I'm prone.
yes, that would be an advantage.
Thinks you're delicious.
I guess so.
That's a dirty 30.
Oh, jeez. That
You know, it's
misses.
only funny when they say it.
With the cherry on top.
You say, but no.
Go for the tiniest meal here.
That is 17 acid damage.
I will use my interception for this one. I would
Okay.
say.
Yes, now you can do that.
So that's a D10 plus 4 is maybe that is 8 points that is taken away.
Oh, from the D20? The dirty 20?
I'll tell you what, Jason.
No, it's from the damage.
I'll give
Oh.
you a choice with that. You can do that, or they can take full damage and not be grappled.
Ooh.
So it's up to you.
I'll go ahead and intercept and keep them from being swallowed. I enjoy Nala wailing on things.
Okay. So you take the full 17 acid, but you are not grappled by the tongue. And then
So what does that mean for me?
you take 17 acid.
Okay.
And you're not inside its stomach again.
Understood. That's what I'm
No
trying to figure out
gullet
what's
time
going on.
for you.
Okay.
Gullet time.
So the action it wants to do here then is it sees Torhilda down there, and it leaps up and is doing the maul over Torhilda to grab her down and begin to burrow.
Oh,
gosh.
oh.
She is prone.
It's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Ooh,
I
low
thought
roll,
about-
23 to hit.
23 to hit.
Yes.
Shield.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yay!
Nice. So it's going to hit it, and it kind of topples over. Give me Arcana check.
Okay, hold on. Let me mark off my shield. I'm out of spells. Okay. An Arcana check.
Or actually,
Check?
check with your charisma since this is a
Thank
warlock
you.
thing.
Yeah, because Arcana's -3.
You can
I'm
add
just
charisma with it.
I'm just going to do a charisma check. A charisma, which is +5. So
Yeah, I'm giving it a high DC.
That's-
If you get it,
that's a gift. 15.
15. Okay, so if at a 20, I was going to let you knock it prone with it because of the physics.
That's okay.
But it
That's okay.
bounces off. That would have been 40 of its movement, and it having an other favor moment. Is going to go ahead and get kind of just below the surface of the earth, out of sight, taking cover in the ground below for the moment.
It's getting away.
Who does it have with it?
No one.
No,
Oh, okay.
No one.
of all the
'Cause
shenanigans.
Because shenanigans are us. Saved.
Okay. So the crew in the back, have been trying to attack the mountain that is trying to eat everybody.
Yeah.
They lose another guard, but ultimately have done 100 damage to it. So
Don't mind me.
they've done many things to try to do it. So they are fighting, doing this the best they can. So even with all this, kind of keeping it off your backs as you're dealing with this threat. And with that, we are at the top of the round, the end of the session. We're gonna come back to the craziest stuff next week. And with that, everyone watching, thank you so much, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Like,
Bye.
If we all jump into the stomach, it's bound to rupture.